DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Put toe to leather, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll start this drive firing. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Here's a heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Smothers. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities, I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
A give to Brown. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
With the catch, it's Wingo. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Fires left. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Takes the handoff. It's Lacy. Turning it on. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. Maybe a crease. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Caught behind the line. It's Haas. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Quickly to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Fires to the end zone. And they will score! Touchdown, Rebels! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Got room to work. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
To the ground, he's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Throwing Manning. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Play action, here's Manning. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's third and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
They kick it away on fourth down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Rebels offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going for the big play. Upstairs to make the catch. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That's caught. It's Gill. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to throw it again. Now improvising. He'll throw it. Finds his open man. Touchdown, Rebels. A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Arch to throw. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to Brown. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Complete on 3rd down. He's still running to get the 40. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Arch is going to throw for it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Hand off for Brown.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Manning. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Could not make his way to the corner.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Manning to the air again. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Arch Madness. Here comes the heat. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Alexander.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Makes the grab. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Makes the grab. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Running inside, it's Lacey. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to get it through the air. He's looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's LSU with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's 4 straight on the season for this team as they continue what is now a nice little streak. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Finding some room. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
First down, right back to Brown. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Buying some time as he moves left. Touchdown, Longhorn! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw it again. That's caught. It's Haas. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
It's complete on the right side. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gill. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Cross, headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Manning. Throws it deep. Got it down the field. Breaks a tackle and he might go. The tag. Touchdown Longhorns. Ball into the end zone and this crowd was eating it up.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Gill. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Lacy. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Rebels. Back and forth they go as these two high-powered attacks continue to flood the end zone.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He might want another play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. A give to Brown. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's Manning to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Manning from the gun on third down. Got it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Running to Green. Turning it on. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas. They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Find some fresh air. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Defense in press coverage. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football, just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. And he will score. The question we check out the laundry on the field. What a tough break, a potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. And, you know, it does look as if they're going to leave the offense out there, and I guess you look at time and score, you can kind of understand a field goal doesn't help you that much. Makes the grab, and he goes out of bounds. That's like 1.5 miles short of the marker, and that was a wasted 4th down attempt. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Rides to the back. Could be an alley. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Rebels. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could...
Going to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Quarterback will keep it. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. Barrels ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Rebels. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone. And they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Manning. Unleashes one deep. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Hart's going to spin it again. Fires toward the end zone. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Caught!
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding.